Alright, let me ask you guys a couple questions. How many of you would rather text than call somebody on the phone? Alright. How many of you have over 500 Facebook friends but barely talk to half of them? Alright. Would you rather ask somebody a difficult question that you're scared of the answer in person or over text? Text. Alright, so now I pose this question to you. Is technology making us less social? I'm pretty sure everybody has a Twitter, Facebook, or one of these items here, or has used it before. Pretty much, the society we live in today is 100% controlled by technology. I don't know how many of you can have your cell phone next to you and not look at it every 5 seconds, or every time that it rings, or if you haven't been on Facebook all day, you rush home, and the first thing you do is log onto your computer and check your comments. And if you don't have any comments, you're like, oh damn, why is nobody writing to me? So pretty much we live in a society nowadays where we have the misconceived notion that everybody's concerned with what we're doing at every second of the day, which is not really true. Right. Pretty much the way the world is shifting now is the world is shifting to 140 character status updates. Pretty much everybody's just concerned with who's posting what on Facebook and who's tweeting what on Twitter, instead of actually who's actually communicating and who's talking to each other. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the direction of technology in the world, technology affecting people's social skills, and the negative effects because of it. Alright, the direction of technology. I have a quote here from Dr. Turco. She's a professor from MIT, and she says, the way in which people frantically communicate online via social networks, sites such as Twitter, can be seen as a modern form of madness. Pretty much, she's pointing out the fact that teens mostly are devoting themselves mostly to social networks rather than having interrelational relationships between each other and actually communicating face to face. Everything is pretty much, oh, let's talk on Facebook rather than let's talk together. And everybody knows that most people are a different person over Facebook, and when you meet them face to face, they're not the same person. So pretty much this has a picture of how teens' minds are pretty much formulated right now every day. Post a profile, poke right on the wall, and unfriend or friend. That's pretty much what everybody's concerned with, rather than other things that are more important. Alright, so we live in a society where instant satisfaction is necessary. So everybody wants something to be faster, smaller, and happen right then. Nobody really much likes to wait. So texting has become the #1 form of communication. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, it's not hard to believe since everybody texts. I know I send like over 10,000 texts a month or something crazy like that. Pretty much, I don't know how many of you actually have used a payphone, but they pretty much become extinct because of texting, and everything's email, text, and nobody pretty much calls her anymore. How many of you pretty much can memorize someone's phone number? Yeah, a lot, more than 3, more than 5, 10. Oh, I know me. I know my mom's number, my house number, and my dad's number. Anybody else? Don't know. So if I was to ever lose my phone, I'll be in some deep stuff. So iPhones basically are computers on the go. So if you have an iPhone, you know that. And pretty much there's an app just about for everything. So phones and technology pretty much are a distraction as well as a convenience. So our social skills really being affected. The internet has brought the world together, yet is creating a wider gap for social interaction like never before. Social networking is making us less social in the sense of personal interactions with the number of growing networks and the ways to stay connected. What is getting lost is the true purpose of communication with others. And this is from our social networks. So text shortcuts are becoming a new language. Pretty much, I know most of you, when you're typing an English paper, you write something abbreviated rather than the real word, and you don't even catch it because you're so used to texting abbreviated stuff rather than the real word. And pretty much these abbreviations are becoming a new language because pretty much everybody knows what LOL is or whatever other abbreviations there are. Everybody knows that person in school who's more interested in their gadget that they're holding rather than making friends and talking to people. That person who's always by themselves listening to their iPod or playing games rather than talking to actual people. And an interesting study according to the NPR is that high school reunion attendance is even dropping because of this. Because people see what's the reason to go meet your old classmates if you could just talk to them on Facebook. But that's really not talking to them. That's just, so And then other interesting thing is, according to the CTIA, 75 billion texts were sent in the United States in June 2008. In 1 month, 75 billion texts were sent. I'm pretty sure that's more than phone calls or visits to your friends. All right, so the negative effects. People, mostly teens, are resulting to difficult decision means of text rather than face-to-face speaking. So, I know when you guys are in trouble, you guys rather probably text your mom, "Oh mom, I got into an accident," rather than call them because you're scared of what their reaction might be. Or if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and something's bad, you rather text them rather than call them if you're having a dispute about something. So the lack of communication skills, because of this, result in empathy and lack of sensitivity. Because although the conversation might be awkward face-to-face, it's a learning experience that you need to have. So if you're talking about something that's awkward to your parents, or you're trying to confront your boyfriend or girlfriend about something, you should do it in person rather than text, because that's not, a human interaction, and it's not social. And pretty much, a lot of people are beginning to break up with their girlfriend and boyfriends through text, and Facebook is the #1 killer of that. Because I can't tell you how many relationships have ended because of something they saw on Facebook, or some person wrote this to them and their girlfriend or boyfriend didn't like it. So pretty much social media and texting is making people less social, because they were relying on it rather than face-to-face communication and actually talking. So in conclusion, I hope to have you guys agree with me that about the direction of technology in the world, where we're going, that technology affecting people's social skills, and how everybody pretty much is becoming less social because of this, although technology is a really good thing, and the negative effects that it places on everybody and their relationships toward each other. These are my sources, and